Good morning once again, everybody, and welcome to St. James Academy in Lenexa, Kansas. Again, it is the 15th annual St. James Volleyball Slam. We've got 8 matches today, and our second match about ready to begin here. St. Michael the Archangel against Blue Valley Northwest, and I'm Leon Liebel on the broadcast, along with Nancy Dorsey, the head coach of St. James, the tournament director as well. You do it all. But this should be an interesting matchup in our second match.
Yeah, absolutely. Really excited to see these two powerhouses go at one another. For St. Michael, we're going to see Addie McLean. She is just an amazing setter. She's going to be dishing the ball to some really big, powerful arms. On the other side, for the Huskies, they're going to be led by their senior setter, Marley Burback. And she's going to be setting the ball to Morgan Sears. So that 1-2 punch for them should be pretty dynamic. So I'm excited to see 2 really good setters battle it out against, just with some powerful hitters behind them. Again,
the Kansas school versus a Missouri school. Blue Valley Northwest against St. Michael the Archangel out of Lee Summit. And we will have the beginning of our second match coming your way right after this from St. James Academy, the Volleyball Slam. And welcome back, everybody, to St. James Academy High School. I'm Leon Liebel, along with Nancy Dorsey, as you're watching the St. James Volleyball Slam on Spectrum News, brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud to support Kansas City Athletics. St. James Thunder, big new sign here, new court, everything. We're ready to go. Our second match about ready to get underway. Our first match of the day, Washburn Rural took care of Blue Valley in straight sets in a dominating second set performance for the Junior Blues. But here it's going to be St. Michael the Archangel, the Guardians out of Lee Summit, taking on Blue Valley Northwest. St. Michael coached by Lori Hanaway, her 3rd season, 34th overall, and she is a legend in the state of Missouri. She won 7 state championships when she was head coach at Bishop O'Hare, and in St. Teresa's Academy she won another one. But she's also was inducted into the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame back in 2017. See some Northwest Husky fans here, as the head coach is Molly Haggerty. Molly in her 18th season. And there's Lori Hanaway, along with her assistant, Brett Keys, as the teams are being introduced here. But again, the second match of the day, and what should we be looking for between these two?
I think we're going to see a lot of power on both sides of the net. They have some really strong arms and some strong hitters. I'm excited to see how the back row kind of scrappiness of both teams plays out. Molly Haggerty's team almost always is scrappy, and she was a scrappy little volleyball player herself.
She played with you at KU?
That's right. We were both kind of undersized for what we did, and when you're little, you have to just be a little bit more feisty. So she coaches that way, and she has always had teams that just scrapped really hard, and it's frustrating to play against. So I'm excited to see how these two teams kind of match up in that regard, because it's such a difference maker when you just keep the ball off the floor.
Again, St. Michael the Archangel, really new school, opened up in 2017, and legacy school Bishop O'Hare, and kind of a combination of Bishop O'Hare, St. Mary's, goes back to De La Salle High School too, as now a new Catholic high school in Lee Summit, opened in 2017. And again, Lori Hanaway, their head coach, and they're going to be starting Brooke Reyes, Addie McLean, Mara Frankie, Jordan Red, who is 6'3" in the middle. They are a very tall team. Kinley Gillaham and Grace Lowry. I mean, they got 5'11", 6'3", 5'11", 5'10" up front. Blue Valley Southwest, their libero will be Summer Anderson. Bella Miller, a great athlete, a 5'9" junior for Blue Valley Northwest. Morgan Sears, Marley Burbach, Taylor Cutting, Maddie Manza, and Faith Shaw, a freshman. As Blue Valley Northwest will be serving first, the Huskies against the Guardians here at the St. James Volleyball Slam. And right away, Jordan Red, or no, that's, check that. That is Epi Salamacina, outside hitter, 5'11" senior for St. Michael. Now Jordan Red into the lineup, number 11. Again, she's 6'3" in the middle. St. Michael in this first set, serving now up 1-0. activity at the net, and then the Guardians come down. Another point there.
There was that big block that we were expecting from the Guardians today. Jordan Red on the right side there, combining with number 12, Kinley Gillihan.
That is a wall up
That
in
is
the middle.
that is a large block. It definitely is intimidating as a hitter.
Addie McLean again serving, and that one's a little too far right outside in unforced error, and that'll go over to Blue Valley Northwest. Huskies now serving. Emma Hager. So many connections between the volleyball community, I'm learning. You mentioned you played with Molly Haggerty in college.
I did indeed. She was a great teammate.
Her husband was a student at Bishop O'Hare when Lori Hannaway was the coach there. Molly's godson plays boys volleyball right now at St. Michael, where Lori is the assistant coach on the boys team, which plays in the spring.
I love it. It's like the 6 degrees of separation of Kevin Bacon. You ever heard of that?
Yes,
The
yes.
volleyball world is the same. We all know each other.
Very tight community.
That was a great swing by Kinley Gillihan on the right side. Again, we knew we'd see great things from McLean. She's just moving the ball around really smart. Really smart volleyball here. Runs in for a quick ball on the outside or the right side off the block. Beautifully done.
Bella Raccaro is now serving, 5'9" junior for St. Michael.
What a great up. Bella
And
Raccaro was the one who got that ball up. Just impressive play.
Salamacina could not finish into the net, so 3-3. So you were a scrappy player too, so you were saying?
Yeah, when
I
you're-
can imagine that.
Who would have thought? Yeah, you got to be scrappy when everyone tells you you're short. I'm like, I'm not short. I'm going to show you. Molly was the same way.
Summer Anderson, the libero, serving for Northwest. On that left side, and a block at the nets, and in for the point for St. Michael. Wow.
Going to get another look at that last block. Just really disciplined. She's turning that outside hand in, and she's making it really hard, not leaving any seams for that hitter. It's so difficult to score when you have two big blockers there to
Yeah, Jordan is
make it difficult.
6'3", a sophomore. But not only 6'3", but she's got long arms. She's got some length on her all the way around. So
There's another one.
oh,
And they're
nice
blocking
save.
at the pin, which is tough because you're not leaving a lot of space. That means you can't really swing line unless you can swing off hands.
That one just eked over at the net for the point, and it's now 5-3 in the first set. St. Michael. Visiting team on the left side of your screen.
Nice pass. Summer Anderson for the Huskies. There it is.
Just got it inside.
When the Huskies are in system, expect Morgan Sears to get the ball. Whether she's front row or back row, they're going to feed that beast. She is so dynamic and has such a quick arm. She's really hard to defend. But that started with a great pass from libero Summer Anderson, who's committed to play at McNeese State in Louisiana. So congratulations to her.
Blue Valley
Told
up
ya.
to the serve, and nice in the corner. That's a tough shot. And we have a little timeout here. St. Michael wants to talk it over as Blue Valley Northwest come back here to tie up this first set 5-all, and look at it again.
So a couple of things about this play that I want to point out. So Haggerty has her setter, Marley Burbach, playing out of the middle. You don't traditionally see that. Normally the setter's setting from the right side. And she has her doing that, one, because she's a really good blocker and because she's a great athlete, but she needs her there for the blocking presence. So what that does is she's got to set pin to pin, okay? The middle still has to stay because she'll see her. It hasn't happened yet, but I guarantee that it will. She's going to take a second ball over and be aggressive as a setter who's front row, but then she can set that pipe ball to Morgan Sears in the back row, which is what we just saw them score them a point. So it's a unique lineup, certainly, but it is Molly Haggerty's, a really good coach and obviously a great player with a high IQ. So she's got some fun things going on there for us to watch.
And again, Morgan Sears serving, the 5'11" junior, third year playing varsity. And Jordan Red, the little, what do we got? Carry?
They called a lift, yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, I couldn't quite see it.
See it here on the replay. Jordan Red, number 11 there in the middle on the left.
Oh, yeah. It's just because of the way she contacted the ball. I thought it came out pretty clean, but she contacted it below her head.
Sears with another strong serve, but how about that as Salamacina Epi Salamacina with the finish. Just got it over and in safely, and that ties it up 6-6.
Molly Bokenkroger back to serve. She's a 2-year starter, sophomore DS. Sister of Lucy Bokenkroger, so it's fun to have a set of sisters on the team.
Molly at 5'2" and Lucy at 5'11".
Yeah.
Lucy a little older.
An unfortunate net violation there by Brooke Reyes. The ball was just tight to the net, so she kind of went up and blocked, and just on the way down, caught a piece of the net. Even the Huskies are surprised by it. That is a job of the down official, Kim Gregory. She's got to watch that net, and both the up official and the down official saw it, and they both signaled.
Serving Maddie Manza for Blue Valley Northwest.
There it is.
Nice. They have gotten some precise kills here early in this set. Leading 8-6 now, the Huskies.
Got number 8, Taylor Cutting on the left side for the Huskies. She's just hitting that deep seam. This is a really hard ball to defend.
Huskies' biggest advantage so far early in this first set. Pretty much back and forth, but into the net it goes for the Guardians. So another point for the Huskies as they are up 9-6. As Epi Salamacina comes back in. Be on the back row for St. Michael. And the serve into the net, so the Guardians will get it back. Katie Vargo will be serving. You know, Nancy talking to both coaches before, they said almost the exact same thing. Lori Hanaway says, we're going up against a Molly Haggerty team. I know how good they're going to be, blah, you know.
Right.
And then Molly goes, we're going up against a Lori Hanaway team. And see, they just know each other very well, and a lot of respect.
Yeah, traditionally both of these coaches just have gritty teams. You know, that you can count on a Hanaway team. They're going to play hard and they're going to be gritty. And same thing from our Haggerty team is they're going to be flying all over the place. And we've seen that so far.
Boy, Grace Lowry on the right side with the big finish.
Great set by McLean. Again, they're hitting these seams really well. We want to make the ball go between two defenders, so they have to talk about it and cross and communicate. It just makes it a little bit, creates some chaos. Both teams are doing a great job of that right now.
That last replay, you got a really good look at what a seam is. The tap over and nice touch.
Finesse from her is always going to be effective because she's so powerful and everyone is expecting it to come at them 300 miles per hour, so they're on their heels a little bit. Okay, what a smart, just high IQ volleyball play. Right over the block, we weren't quite ready.
Morgan Sears already committed to Florida International play and voted by her teammates as one of the captains on this Blue Valley Northwest team. Back and forth we go. Addie McLean back to serve.
Maddie, a 3-year starter for the Guardians, all conference, all district, and all state last year. She's going to have a big, bright future ahead of her as well. Dad is a former coach, now school administrator. Grandpa was a longtime coach too, so definitely a pedigree there in the family.
Point to the Guardians, 12-9, or the Huskies. They'll be serving once again as that's Emma Hager, 5'5" junior. Nice serve. That was just too difficult.
She came into the huddle and just kind of looked almost like even a little surprised. That was a nasty serve. That really low to the tape, flat. Might have been out, actually, now that I'm seeing the replay, but man, that ball just dropped on her.
The set in red, a little mistiming over there and goes out, and it'll be another point for the Huskies, leading now 14-9. And St. Michael looks to talk it over. They call the timeouts. You
Get
see
another
that
look
last
at
point?
Yeah, another look at that last point. Usually a little timing. It looks like the set was maybe a little too far outside. That can happen in these early goings. You know, both of these teams have, well, on the Kansas side, this is our first outing. So the Kansas teams, this is the first match of their
And
season.
how many practices?
About 7 if
Oh.
you exclude tryouts, you know, so not many, not too many. So that's for working out the kinks. Everybody gets early on in the season, and you're expecting to see some miscommunication, some service errors.
You know, we talked about this earlier. This is the 15th annual St. James Volleyball Slam. I know it's something you're very proud of. How did this all come about, and what was the purpose of that?
Well, you can ask Sean Belden about how much I emailed and wrote and called. At the time, it was Metro Sports, and I'm just a very persistent person, and I kind of just told him, like, I'm not going to go away. I'm going to keep asking. I was frustrated because I had Metro Sports at home, and they were, like, showing 10-year-olds swimming. And I thought, if we're going to show 10-year-olds swim, we should show women's sports. There's a lot of really great athletes in the state of Kansas, and he heard the call finally, and they said, let's do it. And it's just gotten better every year. I'm incredibly grateful.
And it's amazing how many great volleyball players have come out of the Kansas City area. We see a lot of them every year here at St. James.
Yeah, we are definitely a perennial powerhouse in the country in terms of volleyball.
Well, a big kill right there from that's Kinley Gillihan. And another height advantage right there. She's 5'11" in the middle. Number 12 comes to the bench.
And just a sophomore. I mean, just, again, we talked about this in the first match. If you have a middle who's the open and available, it's so hard to defend that. It was a great shot to that left back corner.
Bella Recaro serving now for St. Michael. And the Guardians coming up another point, 2 in a row.
Brooke Reyes, 2-year starter. Hannaway describes her as sneaky fast, and you can kind of see it here. Obviously, they know the ball's going to go to Sears. What a block.
That was impressive on both sides of the net, though, in slow motion right there. You saw the athleticism, both teams' athletes.
Yeah, Sears hits the ball hard. If she gets blocked, it's going to be hard to cover that.
Guardians on a little roll right now. Cutting the lead to 2, 14-12.
I think this is a really good matchup. These two teams are pretty evenly matched, so I think we're going to see a lot of that back and forth. That makes it exciting.
Carl, that diving serve and a sinking serve, and I think we're going to have a net violation.
They called back row. So the
back.
setter is back row right now, so she can't contact the ball above the plane of the net, which she did there, so that's why they called it.
Chance to tie this first set now for the Guardians of St. Michael the Archangel. Oh, nice. Kind of faked everybody out.
Yeah, you got to love that.
Looked like she was going to set up a pass and just went over.
Setters are kind of like quarterbacks, you know. They know all the plays. They know the field and the court, in this case, better than anybody. And she saw that opening and took it. I love it.
Marley Burbach there, number 7, with a terrific play there. 5'11" senior for Blue Valley Northwest.
She's headed to University of Missouri at St. Louis next year to play. And last year, she was second on their team in kills. And this year, she's not really getting to hit. So that's pretty impressive.
Oh, nice hit right there from Epi Salamasina.
Salamasina gets in the air. You're going to get another look at this here. She comes from around the setter, so kind of a surprise. What a great shot off hands. Again, really difficult to defend. A transfer to St. Michael. They're excited that she and her heavy arm are able to play in this match today.
St. Michael, they made the Final Four of the state Missouri State tournament last year. They play in Class 4. They're kind of a Class 3 school, but they get moved up. State competition. And that one through the rafters and comes down clean and still alive. Red,
Nice.
the big hit. The good save from Blue Valley Northwest. That one goes out, and we're all tied up here in this first set, 15-all.
What an up by Marley Burbach on the right side, right back there. Just a heavy, heavy ball. Kept him in it. I love, though, with the unfair stare, everybody just kind of smiled. You got to love that. Like, have that positive attitude. Like, I'm good. I'll get the next one.
Salamasina now serving, and a little two-handed drop shot right over the net from Grace Lowry.
We've seen some good things from Grace Lowry in the start of this game. She's doing a great job in the middle.
So the Guardians now taking a 16-15 lead here in this first set. This has been a close, tight, back-and-forth battle between these two schools. in Missouri on the left with St. Michael the Archangel from Lee Summit against Blue Valley Northwest. Little net serve sneaks over.
Another Grace Lowry play at the net. She's just really ready and prepared out there.
Lowry with the finish.
Lots of excitement on the Guardian side. She's had back-to-back plays. She came in and helped on the block at the middle. She got an overpass kill and then another finish here with, again, just a really, she's got a heavy arm on her. Anytime it touches the block, it slows it down and it kind of changes the trajectory of the ball and makes it a little bit more difficult for the defense to read. That's why we tell our blockers, don't reach, just take away some space and press and let the defense do their job.
Molly Haggerty called the timeout. Blue Valley Northwest coach talked things over. It's
funny because she's talking to them about their block. If you're watching what she's doing, and I can kind of see what she's saying. She's saying exactly what I just said, is that the block's reaching a little bit and they're not pressing, so they're making it really hard on their defense. That's one of the things as a young team, and just any team really, even at the collegiate level, we really got to be disciplined at the net because that's our first line of defense.
And St. Michael the Archangel now with a 17-15 advantage. Their largest lead of this first set, but it's been so close back and forth. As Epi Salamacina serving again for the Guardians, and Salamacina with a save that goes through everything up on the ceiling, through the rafters, through the basketball support, but it's still alive.
A great play, and that was a great block, slowing down that Morgan Sears attack.
And that point will go to Blue Valley Northwest.
If you can slow down her arm and let your defense just kind of run through the ball. Look at that. That's a great block. She was actually kind of late, Brooke Reyes, on that ball, but it paid off for her.
Again, I mentioned the rafters several times.
Yeah.
The ball's still alive. It doesn't matter if it hits.
And it's pretty high ceiling, so it tells you how hard these girls are hitting.
And to save some of those, because they're coming down, you don't know exactly what direction after a ricochet. Brooke Reyes in the middle, but that's Blue Valley Northwest with the finish. That ties it up.
I love in the beginning of this play, you see Jordan Red, 6'3" right side, set the ball. You don't often see that happen as somebody who is not traditionally setting. She got beautiful hands, but then obviously the finish from Sears out of the back row. Summer Anderson's doing a great job for the Huskies, just getting her hands on all kinds of attacks, just kind of all over the place. I've been impressed by her play.
Jordan Red coming out again. Jordan Red and Epi Salamacina, both are newcomers to the St. Michael program. Obviously huge contributors already.
Right. There it is. I figured we'd see it at some point.
A little deep.
If we see Marley Burbach pass tight to the net in these rotations when she's front row and playing middle, she's going to take the opportunity to attack. She's long, she's strong, and she's smart. She's going to make really aggressive plays at the net. So we have to pay attention to her as a defense.
So Maddie Manza will be serving now with this all tied up 18-18 here in the first set. Blue Valley Northwest serving in St. Michael the Archangel. The Guardians, Lowry, and that's too hot to handle the other side, and St. Michael will take over serving by one. Katie Vargo goes back to serve. Katie's a 4-year varsity starter. She's going to play at Rockhurst University. And her serve too deep. They're all tied again, back to Northwest. Look out, Lowry. Northwest trying to set something up, and that's too much. Morgan Sears rearing back, but too hot, too deep, and out.
Definitely take advantage of her, just her athleticism and her strength out of the backcourt. A few years ago, she was a middle and not playing 6 rotations, and now she's dominating in 6 rotations. So really impressive. Just her transition for her as I've watched her grow as a player. She's a really fun player to watch.
Well, we got a timeout on the court as it's 2019 here in this first set between St. Michael the Archangel and Blue Valley Northwest. Again, this is the second match of a long day of volleyball here at St. James Academy on the St. James Volleyball Slam. We mentioned numerous times the 15th consecutive year with this terrific event that features some of the best volleyball programs in the Kansas City metro area and then beyond a little bit too. We had Washburn Rural and the perennial powers of the state of Kansas coming over from Topeka.
Yeah, you can't have the best teams and not have rural. They're always in it year after year. And we said this earlier, and I'd say it again. I think this region for the United States for volleyball is some of the strongest. We've had so many players come out of this area go on and do great things. Like, for example, Brooklyn DeLay just played a few days ago in an amazing collegiate match. I think I was talking to Coach Bordewick. She had like 53 swings, right? So she hopefully iced her shoulder after the match. But, I mean, just incredible athletes coming out of this region. So we're very blessed.
It's amazing the variety of schools they are committed to, not just local colleges, all over the United States. And it's obviously coaches are coming to Kansas City. It's a hotbed for recruiting.
100%.
Right now, we've got a great match going into the second set. And nearly hit our photographer on the baseline over there.
Almost ran into the camera. I was a little stressed there for a minute, but I love that.
Everybody okay?
He's laughing. He didn't even flinch. But you love that Grace Lowry, just that energy, that effort. You've got to support and celebrate that.
Oh, my.
Okay.
Kind of a sideways kill.
I love it. Addie McLean.
Addie McLean with the finish. Let's check that one out again.
She shows why she's all state there, right? And why she's you thought really at first she was going to set the ball, and then just that aggressive.
Well, we're all tied up 21-21 in this. And that one's too deep. That's going back to Northwest up by 1. It's coming right down to the wire, obviously, this first set.
This is a great match. It has been a lot of back and forth. We kind of anticipated that. Certainly turning out as advertised.
Red. Great save for Blue Valley Northwest. Oh, again, a miss hit. And we're back to tied up 22-22. Serve goes over to the Guardians.
Another great dig by Marley Burback to keep it alive off a really powerful swing from Red on the right side for the Guardians. Callie Gillihan is back to serve now. Again, second year of our starting varsity, all conference, all district.
And the Huskies take back the lead as it is back and forth we go. 23-22 here in this first set. Check it out again on this this point.
The finesse play from
nice.
Sears. She was a little early in her approach, so she had to adjust. Smart. She saw the defender playing deep and took that ball right over the top of the block for the kill.
Summer Anderson back to serve for Blue Valley Northwest. Nice serve. Nice save, too. Jordan Red taps it over for St. Michael.
Nice up, Addie McLean.
And, just a little tap over there from Sala Messina.
I think they were hoping maybe that ball was up. Gonna take another look at that here. Look at that dig by Addie McLean. And Sala Messina with the finesse, and they couldn't quite get underneath it.
Kind of that change up. It looks like they're coming through and then
just kind of drop that elbow and snap that wrist, and it's really hard to defend that.
Epi Salamacino and her serve too deep. So here we are, 24-23.
That was 3 in a row, I think, missed serves for the Guardians.
Northwest chance here to take this first set. Again, it has been back and forth.
Sears back to serve. You don't want to see your power hitter in the back row, but we certainly know she can do damage from the back row, too.
And that's going to be too long on the shot from Northwest. Over and out, and it's 24-24. And this set deserves to go the extra distance.
It does. It's been a fun one for sure. Hannah was like, just serve it and play. We need a ball in play.
Oh, nice dig here. Nice save. Salamacina. Oh, yes. Waving it over the net.
Some great defense being played in that last rally, just on both sides of the net, just getting our hands on. Look at this first dig by Molly Broken-Kroger. And then now we're going to see one from Summer Anderson on the other side of the net. And there's that offense we talked about. With Marley Burbach setting out of middle front, she can be a threat on that second ball.
Northwest serving for the set point. Sally Messina going for the kill, and a save on the other end by Sally Messina. St. Michael still alive in this first set.
Nice ball.
Oh, block.
Summer Anderson just getting her hand on absolutely everything.
Lowry. Oh, it's a little tense here right now.
Nice up.
Lowry again, the block, and out it goes.
I love
It's
it.
tied up again.
Love it,
Wow.
love it, love it. Katie Vargo for the Guardians, just with some huge touches. Right there, oh, beautiful. We're able to get that ball outside to Grace Lowry, and she uses the block.
Well, this is when watching volleyball's the best.
It is, I love it. The coaches
Every
don't love
hit.
it right now, but
Every hit, you're...
we love it.
Oh, another block in the middle, and the point goes to St. Michael. How about that? Kinley Gillihan, 5'11", the sophomore, in the middle as we check it out again.
Anyway, talked with me about her block and just her vision. You can see her eyes on that replay. She's watching. Everyone knew that Sears was going to get the ball, right? And she was really just prepared in her eyes where they needed to be and lined up perfectly.
Katie Vargo serving. Set point for St. Michael, but out it goes. And how about Molly Haggerty over there? Big cheer. This is all tied up again. 26.
There is a little setter-on-setter crime there. There's one setter tip, and the next one. You usually see that. It's not uncommon where one setter goes up and is aggressive, and then the other setter's like, well, look, I can do that too. I love it. Nice.
How about that? Grace Lowry, and we're back to St. Michael with the serve, up by one, and a chance again trying to close out this second set. Both teams have had the opportunity to do so.
So you kind of saw, she would have had that. Maddie Manza would have had that. She just was moving as she contacted the ball, and she just moved the opposite direction of where it went. So.
Oh, crazy activity at the net. And Blue Valley Northwest ties it back up and will serve again. We're still alive here. Marley Burbach back to serve.
Marley Burbach was just huge at the net in those last three rotations, setting from the front row and not being afraid to be aggressive. There it is again.
Oh, that's a beautiful, nice set, and Kinley Gillihan with the finish.
I love the sister celebration after that. What, just so cute. That slide where you tip to the middle of the floor it's wide open. The block is kind of shielding the defenders from that, and smart play by Gillihan.
Addie McLean serving, and I was just going to say a chance to close out this set, but there it's tied up again.
Hanaway is not having it. She's not happy about it. She made eye contact with me earlier, and I just kind of smiled, and she shook her head after a missed serve. And we coaches hate that, right? Just keep the ball in play. But Addie McLean's been doing so many great things throughout this match.
Huskies serving.
Nice up.
Blue Valley Northwest trying to take the lead and get the set point.
Boom.
Guardians have had 3 consecutive chances, and they do. Northwest up now by 1, 29-28.
I love the energy on both sides. They're just really locked in. Look at this dig, smart volleyball being played. You knew the ball's going to Sears. Boom. She hit on the seam, just had one block.
Emma Hager trying to close out the set for her team with the serve. And still alive. Oh my. Kind of a desperation save, but it works. At the nets. Oh, it goes in, and Blue Valley Northwest takes the first set. What a exciting first set that was. They win it 30-28 over St. Michael the Archangel. We'll be back with the second set from St. James Academy, the Volleyball Slam, coming up after this. Hy-Vee proud to support Greater Kansas City Athletics, and Hy-Vee bringing you the St. James Volleyball Slam here on Spectrum News. Leon Leva along with Nancy Dorsey Back here at courtside as we're about ready to begin the second set of the second match of the day between Blue Valley Northwest and St. Michael the Archangel. And what a first set it was as it went beyond with extra points. 30-28, Blue Valley Northwest holding off the Guardians.
Some incredible athleticism on both sides of the net. We got to see we're seeing some of those amazing plays here, but this was the play of the final point of the game, match point, or set point, excuse me. What a smart save there by Marley Burbach and Morgan Sears.
So we go to the second set, and what's the mentality, or are people wore out, mentally tired or physically tired after a 30-28 set?
No, they're teenagers. They're high schoolers. My goodness, if they're tired after that.
What about the coaches? I guess
the coaches might be. Our hearts might need a moment, but you know, it's fun. It's good to play in games that are competitive. That's how you get better. That's how you learn about your team and about yourself, and kind of what you need to work on moving forward. It's so early in the season, so super impressed with really both sides and some of the decision making by the setters, and you know, the just quality decision making by the hitters in terms of where they were placing the ball. So, and the defense on both sides was really phenomenal.
Addie McLean will be serving as we see the shot from behind, and she gets an ace. By the way, we saw Molly Haggerty, the head coach of Blue Valley Northwest. She's got to be really not just winning, but the way her team hung in there.
Yes, absolutely.
In that first set.
They responded so beautifully. That serve by Addie McLean was gnarly. It had some serious movement on it.
Little knuckleball right there. No spin on the ball. Great save, but into the net, and Huskies will now serve for the first time here in the second set. Now in that first set, Guardians had three chances at set point and could not convert, and Huskies just kept hanging in there and hanging in there, and they got their opportunity and closed it out. So here we are again, second set just underway.
Nice up.
And that point will go to the Guardians.
Emma Hager with a great up off of a powerful swing from the Guardians.
Kinley Gillihan again, who seems to be warming up in this match.
And they called the block in the net.
Bella Recaro back to serve for St. Michael the Archangel.
Recaro, a three-sport athlete for the Guardians, volleyball, basketball, and soccer. I always find that so impressive when an athlete can manage school and maybe even club sports outside of all of those things. It's pretty amazing.
And a serve into the net. Coaches don't like that. Loria Hanaway, again, the head coach. Her assistant coach, one of her assistants, is Brett Keys. He's the head boys coach at St. Michael. And again, Lori is the assistant coach for the boys, too. So they got a full year of volleyball.
Yeah, they get to spend a lot of time together.
All tied up here in the second set. Jordan Red, nice save by Summer Anderson. Diving out of bounds to get the hand on the ball.
Summer Anderson has just done an awesome job back there.
Big block from Red. Little tap over, the save in the net. It's still alive.
Nice save.
Somehow the Guardians kept that in play. Now they'll try to set up here with Jordan Red. Marley Burbach.
Oh my goodness.
And out it goes. But what an effort by Emma Hager. That was fun to watch.
I love that rally. Everything about it. That was a beautiful set, first and foremost, by Addie McLean. And that dig by Summer Anderson. Are you kidding me? And then here we go, just right side, smart play. Watch this one. Oh, boom. Powerful block. I thought maybe they were going to get it. Nice set.
Guardians up 3-2, tied up again. Huskies score, and we're back to serve.
The 1-2-3 punch on that for the Huskies was pretty phenomenal. A perfect pass, giving Marley Burbach the opportunity to leave that ball to her heavy arm, Morgan Sears, with the finish. She hadn't blown the whistle yet. She was excited. She was eager.
Nobody yelled balk. And too deep. She was anxious.
Yeah, she was ready to go.
Jordan Red coming to the bench for St. Michael. Molly Brokenkroger serving, and Lowry with a little tap over. A couple of Northwest players nearly tripped over each other. They survive.
Nice up by Vargo. That's in.
Wow.
That is a nearly impossible ball to defend. It almost hit the line judge's feet.
Guess that's almost impossible to judge, from my angle anyway. That was tough.
Yeah, it almost looked like the line judge was kind of standing inside the court. See if we can see it here on the replay, but great set there by McLean. That deep, deep, deep corner it's impossible to defend. We can do nothing about that.
Had a little bend on it too.
Yeah.
A soccer ball. 6-3 now. This is the biggest advantage for either team here in this second set. Just underway. Again, that first set, 30-28, Northwest won. So two very competitive, evenly matched teams so far.
That was a great leave, an out-of-system ball.
Nice.
By Merle Burbach to outside Taylor Cutting. Also a track athlete, but just the decision-making on the Husky side. You can tell that their coach is also a setter. Their setter plays very much a high IQ game.
Maddie Manza. Lowry. Floating one over the net.
Bella Miller on the right side.
Oh. Yeah, Bella Miller in there. She is described as an insanely talented athlete.
Yeah,
by her
Haggerty's
coach.
talking about how hard of a worker she is. I
guess she could really jump.
Yes, and Haggerty told me that she's the only player in her program history to be on the start on the freshman B team and then get moved to varsity the next season.
Yeah, she didn't even go to the freshman A team. She went straight from B to varsity in her sophomore season.
That's a big leap, and it's impressive.
It's like I have another substitution here for St. Michael as Brooke Reyes is coming back in. Oriana way
being a jokester.
Asking the official Kim Gregoire if she could just follow her around and keep her straight. I think she knows what's going on. She's been around this sport a long time.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about her. She's got it down.
All right, Guardian serving up 7-5, and a nice block from St. Michael. Epi Salamacina. Haven't mentioned her name that much in the second set compared to the first set, but that was nice.
Taking a look at that play off Miller. Addie McLean just getting that on her way down. Yeah.
Oh, my. Kinley Gillihan. She's having some fun.
Honestly, hard to believe she's just a sophomore. Just the athleticism. She's dynamic. She's always there and available. Like, you see, she turned, she took one step off the net and realized, oh, this is coming fast. I better go drive at my setter. And McLean does such a good job of finding her in transition.
Huskies call the timeout. They want to talk it over, down 9-5 here in the second set. And again, this is the second match of a long day of volleyball here at St. James Academy, the St. James Volleyball Slam. Earlier today, we saw Washburn Rural, the Junior Blues, defeat Blue Valley in straight sets. And again, Blue Valley Northwest, St. Michael the Archangel going on now. Next coming up will be Topeka Seaman against Blue Valley North. Then it'll be Blue Valley Southwest against Olathe Northwest. St. Teresa's against Bishop Miege. Blue Valley West versus Lee Summit West. And at 5 o'clock, Mill Valley versus St. Thomas Aquinas. And capping it all off, Nancy's team, St. James Academy versus Lansing. How is that coaching and being the director and being on TV? How's that all come together for you?
You know what? I have a really good team helping me. Our administration is so supportive, and they love that we have this event and what it's doing for girls volleyball. And I have great assistant coaches that are supporting me, and former players here helping. So it's just like a finally run machine at this point.
Well, coming out of the timeout, the serve right into the net. Good timeout, I guess, from all the Haggerty's team.
That's the whole point of the timeout. Hope they miss their serve.
Is there such a thing where kind of freezing the server a little bit?
That's 100% what it's for. A lot of times it's about we're just in a bad groove. We got to let it reset, share some information, and hope that they have to think about their serve a little too long.
Oh, that's a big hit across the court and in, as that is Grace Lowry.
Grace Lowry has done a good job of just being like really steady. I feel like she's a 6 rotation player for them. She's got a heavy arm. She's a primary passer. She's a good defender. She's just doing a little bit of everything.
Now Lowry back to serve. And that ball gets into the net, but somehow Blue Valley Northwest able to keep it alive. Boy, there she is again. That Kinley Gillihan.
Yeah, she's working really hard in the middle. The play before we saw her run in front of the setter. This play we're watching her go behind. What a great save by Marley Burback over for the Huskies. She's going to split that block down the line.
And Lowry with the serve. And a big block and a point for Blue Valley Northwest.
Love the smiles. There's really nothing better than blocking the ball. It just feels so good. Like you're just denying somebody, an opportunity, which is exactly what it is.
I'm intrigued still about the old rule you could block a serve.
Oh my gosh, it was the best. You were like flying squirrel. You could just like fly through the air and try to judge where the serve was going. It was one of my favorite rules.
Kinley Gillihan again with a strong shot and not able to return it Northwest, so back to a 5-point advantage for the Guardians of St. Michael the Archangel. Matches their biggest advantage here in the second set. Trying to force a third and deciding set in this match. And that point goes over to the Guardians.
I love watching teams when they make a mistake in their response. And credit to both teams because really both sides have done a good job of this. They're just like, hey, you're good. You got the next one. They're saying something supportive, tightening their ponytail and moving on.
Addie McLean and her serve a little too deep. That was a tough decision back there for Summer Anderson and company on the back road, whether to let that go or not.
Yeah, that's where communication is key.
Emma Hager, who served up the match point, or set point in the first set. Serving now again for the Huskies. They're down 13-8.
Absolutely the right play there by Marley. If you were watching on the Guardian side of the net, we had a kind of a collision. Epi Salamacina ran into Jordan Red, and Epi's in front row, so look at her back there. The setter, Marley, sees that, and she's like, okay, open opportunity, and she sets the slide. Unfortunately, it was just a little bit wide, but that's just the kind of IQ and vision you want to see from a setter.
That one was in. Just got in on the back baseline, so back to Summer Anderson, the serve for Blue Valley Northwest.
Maddie Manza's doing a really good job for the Huskies. Also a freshman, certainly not playing like one, playing with a lot of poise and confidence. That's what you love to see.
Anderson serve.
Nice set.
No. Lucy Bokenkroger just kind of mistimed it all the way around, so that cuts the lead 14-10 here in the second set, and then Anderson back to serve. Good serve.
It's a great serve, yeah. You beat me to it. Nice.
Tapping it over. Oh, man. That was outstanding.
Just the power of that, It was like, oh, you're here to block me? Okay, just kidding.
Almost looked like a basketball shot, just the way she.
And she saw it.
A little arch on it.
That's going to be there. That's that back corner we talked about earlier. And having the power to be able to push it there is so impressive. It's a great play.
Epi Salamacina back to serve for St. Michael. Second set of this match.
Nice up by Katie Vargo. Just did like a little 360 afterwards.
In the middle where nobody was. A little donut there.
Yeah, the donut is dangerous. Marley Burback is back row right now, but that doesn't mean she still can't be a threat offensively. And that certainly has paid off for her a few times in this match.
So Morgan Sears back to serve for Blue Valley Northwest. Red. Oh, nice middle block, but that's going to be Blue Valley Northwest point.
What a play. It was a beautiful set. Oh my goodness, nice up by Emma Hager. And then of course, let's feed the beast. Give it to Morgan Sears, and she hits it off the block.
And Red, her shot is blocked. Beautiful play at the net for the Huskies, and they've all of a sudden kept this lead to 15-13 as we see the replay here. And the Huskies is with some definite momentum.
And that's why Molly Haggerty has her setter, Marley Burbach, blocking middle. Is because having a block up, having that first line of defense and have a presence is so important, especially against a team with the size that the Guardians have. And Marley, again, is a setter, so she's got good court vision. She's got a good IQ, and she read that play really well. The set was a little inside, and she fronted the hitter and ended up with a block.
Coming out of that timeout, St. Michael calling the timeout, trying to slow down this Husky run. Huskies trailing by 2, 15-13. They trailed by as many as 6 here in the second set. Again, they won the first set 30-28. So they're not going away.
No, certainly not. That was such an exciting set. It's been a great match so far.
Morgan Sears serving. Lowry. It's in. Morgan Sears.
She's got a red cheeks because she's certainly working hard. She's getting the ball an awful lot, and as she should, because look at this athleticism. That is just so much power.
Sears back to serve. And how about this? It's all tied up. Huskies coming down from behind by 6. Now have tied it up 15-all.
Her serve has really been giving the Guardians some trouble. It's flat, and it's got some power, and it's floating. There's some movement on it.
Well, her kill shot kind of looked like her serve.
Right, yeah.
And that last...
It did. Deep and flat is really hard to pass.
Red shot is too wide to the left. And now the Huskies have taken a lead here in the second set.
It really has been at the hand of Morgan Sears' serve. They haven't passed a single ball in system since she walked back to that line.
First lead of this set for the Huskies. They were tied several times early, but this is their first lead. Lowry, oh, nice block. And Andrew safely for another point. Wow. This is a 7-0 run.
Take another look. There's Marley again, getting another block. Again, it's the reason that she's there, doing her job and doing it well.
Morgan Sears, this time she kind of floats us a little bit of a serve instead of the strong line drive. It works out. And now we're going to have a timeout. Lori Henaway wants to talk it over for St. Michael, as it's now an 8-0 run for the Blue Valley Northwest Huskies.
Sears serving it short here and into the entryway of our setter, Anna McLean. So she's entering to set, and then she ends up having to serve receive the ball. So now we have no setter, and we're out of system again, which is what we're trying to avoid.
Second set, 18-15 now. Blue Valley Northwest again trying to really close out the match here if they can win this set. And it didn't look good for most of this set. They trailed by as many as 6. And now this 8-0 run and up by 3. I know it's early, it's the very first match of the season, but Molly Haggerty really has to like her team's mentality.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they always play with grit, and you got to respect it and know that that's coming from the top down. I've always loved watching them play. I don't always love playing against them because you know you're going to get their A game every time.
A lot of Husky fans here in attendance at St. James, the St. James Volleyball Slam on Spectrum News, and another point. Wow. Huskies have just taken over this second set.
Yeah, a lot of unforced errors.
Turnaround.
Yeah, the unforced errors for the Guardians right now are frustrating them, and They just got a 1 point time. They need to find a way to side out, get Morgan Sears off that line.
Sears has been the server during this run, and oh, another one. 20-15. 11-point turnaround. They were down by 6, now up by 5.
I love to see Morgan Sears making decisions like that one. We all know she can hit hard, right? We've seen it time and time again today, but just the finesse plays, those are the things that really are impressive to me.
Little
Just
change
get
of
another
pace
chance.
serve again, and now the finish. Boy, Morgan Sears.
What an arm. Going to play at Florida International in Miami. She's just a junior. People will be happy to see her graduate.
Down by 6, now up by 6, up by 7. It just keeps going.
Yeah, that was what we talked about earlier. If you look at where Maddie McLean is having to enter from, this is just a smart coaching call by Molly Haggerty. That is a tough entrance. They want Grace Lowry passing, so she's got to come in through the middle of the floor to her touch point, and it's just tough, and they're serving that zone.
Well, finally, Morgan Sears concludes an incredible run of serving the volleyball for Northwest, as that one's too deep. And the Guardians will finally have a chance to serve, but down 22-16 here in the second set.
Totally doable. This is well within reach. They're going to have to really battle, but they can fight their way back into this match.
Grace Lowry, oh, the block at the net. Oh, it went in. I completely thought that was on the left side of the net here, from my perspective.
Okay, so we're going to see off. So yeah,
Yep.
it was on their side of the net. Didn't quite penetrate the net. Smart play by Grace Lowry. There it is.
Another point for the Guardians, and you called it. And Molly Haggerty wants to call a timeout. Yeah, this St. Michael team's too good to just go away.
Absolutely, and I think really, and as I'm watching, there's some nervousness. You know, this is a big deal, and this event means a lot to the kids that are playing in it, because it's, for some of them, maybe the only opportunity they'll ever have to play on TV and in front of a large crowd. And so we certainly can understand the nerves a little bit.
Well, I know talking to coaches, and Lori Hanaway included, you know, is really excited to be a part of this event. And like you said, yeah, a little nerves, but boy, both these teams, and you mentioned this too, just very comparable in their style, the grittiness, and we're seeing it back and forth. We saw it in the first set, 30-28 was the final. And who knows where this one's going to end up, as they're just back and forth. And here we go, the Guardians serving again.
Yeah, that's why Haggerty called a timeout. She knows what she's up against. She's prepared to battle against one of the best coaches.
Try to stop that
coach.
momentum as early as possible here.
Another nice up by Anderson.
That's good. Well, the Husky fans getting loud behind us.
Taylor Cutting, the junior left side, with the kill down the line. Just a little bit off speed. So again, you're on your heels a little bit, because everything's been coming off Sears' hands. And
that's a great shot right there. Maddie Manza serving, and Guardians staying alive.
nice job by Addie McLean. You gotta love the confidence to do that at that point. She just trusts herself and knows that she's gonna find a way to score.
Katie Vargo back to serve.
The good news is for the Guardians, Kinley Gillihan is back in front row, and she scored a lot of their points here tonight. Oh, nice.
Oh, they tried to save, they couldn't come up with it. And now it's match point for Blue Valley Northwest, leading 24-19 in the second set. This has been an impressive performance from the Huskies. Molly Haggerty's team just down by 6, trailed most of the first set, and then just did a 10-0 run, now trying to finish it out.
And guess who's up? Nope. I thought they might give it to Sears.
Ooh, that just went out. And so
It's because she's got lots of opportunities.
St. Michael surviving to serve another day.
Ball goes out to Taylor Cutting. That's a really nice shot, just a little bit wide. Ball still alive.
Oh,
Are you
my.
kidding me?
Huskies almost were celebrating there. Still, and I think we have a double hit, and that's it. Blue Valley Northwest, what a come-from-behind victory and to win the match, win this second set, 25-20. That was a good one. St. Michael, the Archangel, Blue Valley Northwest, the Huskies celebrating the victory. We are back at St. James Academy in the St. James Volleyball Slam on Spectrum News right after this. And welcome back to St. James Academy, the St. James Volleyball Slam. Again, brought to you by Hy-Vee. Proud to support Greater Kansas City Athletics right here on Spectrum News. I'm Leon Liebel along with Nancy Dorsey, the head coach at St. James, also the tournament director of this great event, as we just watched Blue Valley Northwest defeat St. Michael, the Archangel of Lee Summit, in straight sets, but more to it than just straight sets. They won the first set 30-28, came back from down 6 to win that second one 25-20. Very entertaining volleyball between those two.
Yeah, what a match. I loved that matchup. We talked about it in the Open, that they're both gritty teams with gritty coaches, and that we were going to see some incredible defensive play, and we did. Both Katie Vargo for the Guardians and Summer Anderson for the Huskies were all over the place, keeping their setters in system, and man, some powerhouse hitters. But how about the 1-2 punch of Marley Burbuck and Morgan Sears? I mean, it really was the story of the match.
And Morgan Sears really ignited her team that come from behind. They had a 10-0 run with her serving the volleyball.
Her serving was outstanding, and really everything she did today was outstanding. And you know, both teams can walk away with their heads held high. I know they competed hard, and that there's a lot of season left, and they're going to just keep getting better.
A lot of volleyball left too at St. James as Topeka Seaman against Blue Valley North coming up next year at St. James Academy. For our director, Rick Willoughby, and my partner, Nancy Dorsey, good luck the rest of the day. I'm Leon Liebel. Have a great day, everybody.